Isle of Skye is magical.
Hi there. We're Ramin and Anna, together with our dogs, Kamo and Kolo. We traveled to Great Britain in our camper van Noor in the spring of 2023. This is how it went.
So, it's been a while since I talked to the camera. Uh, Finished in C500 and drove on to the Isle of Skye. nights on Skye. Did a lot of nice hikes with the dogs, even though all the good weather that we had while driving NC 500 ended, and the time we spent on Skye was rainy. We woke up to the hills being covered with snow one morning, and like you can see from Ben Nevis, they still are. And then we took the ferry from Skye back onto the mainland and found ourselves here near Fort William. We're parked up in the next valley over from Glen Nevis. Spent 2 nights there, and now finally got my mountain bike back in working order after we got the back door open. Went up for a little ride over the hills into Glen Nevis, and then now I'm crossing the hills back and going back to North, which is somewhere back there behind the camera. Perfect day, wonderful weather for a ride on the bike, despite having to scrape the frost off my bike in the morning, but what do you do? Had a plan of hiking up to Ben Nevis with the boys. And for Anna, myself, and Kamu, it would have been doable, but what we've noticed on the hikes with Ulo that we've done now, the hikes that start nearing 10 kilometers, 3 to 4 hours in length, his stamina isn't quite up to it, specifically his mental stamina. Physically, he could probably do it, but his mental stamina just isn't up to it yet. You can see that his brain starts shutting off sometime around after 3 hours. So we decided we'll leave Ben Nevis for some future trip if we ever do come back up here. The highlands themselves have been wonderful. I've really enjoyed them. I think Anna has as well. Even the single track roads. Way back when I spent a few hours on Skye and knew I wanted to go back. And it still held that same magic despite the snow and rain and coldness that we had when we were there. It is a really magical place. Now it's time to slowly make our way over to Edinburgh. Tomorrow, which is Sunday, we booked a campsite for 2 nights. Anna will stay there with the dogs, and I'm going to fly to Copenhagen for a business trip. And then once I get back, we'll start heading down south into Wales. And then we'll have to start planning when to go over the channel and start heading back into the Baltics, because we have to be in Lithuania in exactly 2 weeks from now. So, unfortunately, time here in Great Britain is coming to an end. That's it. I'll continue my ride back to the van and talk to you later.